Hey everybody, welcome to another Nat Daddy's Omni review here. Gonna give a quick little overview of the SPY versus SPY Omnibus. I, much like most people, grew up reading Mad magazine, and one of my favorite things when I was a kid was reading the SPY versus SPY stuff. This book collects every SPY versus SPY that was ever printed and put in the pages of Mad magazine. So again, we got the Omnibus by Mad magazine, Antonio Proyas doing the art and the creating of it all. This is also again put out by DC, which owns the Mad stuff, and to this day is still put out a monthly Mad magazine. So again, this is 50 years of inspired lunacy. You got every SPY versus SPY strip ever written and drawn by its creator, Antonio Proyas, reproduced at full size, plus essays, interviews, rare sketches, and lots more. So let's jump right into it. Again, good size book. I like it how it's like the, that full kind of hardcover size in that. Lots of great artwork here. If anyone's not familiar with this work, I'm sure just by seeing it, you can probably recognize a lot of it here. Over the years, there have been, games, board games, video games, card games, computer games, action figures, you name it, there's been SPY versus SPY stuff of it. So like I said, in this book here for the 50th anniversary of SPY versus SPY, you get rare interviews with the SPY versus SPY creator, all 241 episodes, family photographs, an interview with his granddaughter, rare political and editorial cartoons from Cuba. That's where Antonio came from, and he actually wrote for like a political newspaper cartoon-wise, editorial cartoon-wise, and political cartoon-wise before he came to the States and then found work at Mad magazine. Alright, let's jump right in here. There is the man himself there, Antonio Proyas. I hope I'm saying his name right. Again, some of his earlier work here. Course with Mad magazine. I had originally got this for to read all the SPY versus SPY cartoons in that, but I was very happily enjoyed the bonus material here. It has like a biography of him, and again I found out a bunch of stuff where I did not realize that he was like a Cuban defector type of thing, getting out during the war days, as they call it there, Fidel Castro and that. So lots of great stuff here. So again, if anyone is unfamiliar with it, you got the black SPY always going against the white SPY, and then later on in here too, for a few issues or for a few years in that, they introduced like a gray SPY, a female antagonist that kind of throws it into a triangle effect there. So I don't know who in the end, I never really counted up or tallied or anything, and maybe someone has out there, who actually comes out the winner in the end, if it's the white SPY that ends up winning the most in the end, or the black SPY. And I don't know, maybe it's 50-50, maybe it worked out that way, who knows. Again, lots of crazy hijinks here. You're basically like you're almost like your Looney Tunes kind of inventions and booby traps and that. Lots of like Acme contraptions. So I don't know nowadays if this would actually be fly or not, because a lot of it was kind of cartoon violence in that. Again, probably most people would like it nowadays, but at the same time too, I'm sure there'd be quite a few that would find it inappropriate in that, but I quite like this. Like I said, every page is just full size renditions of this and that. And then as we get farther along into it, it starts showing things like how these are some of his Cold War stuff in there too. And then towards the end, you got other stuff that's not SPY versus SPY as well too, just other cartoon work that he's done. And there is a part here I'm just trying to find that has like all the memorabilia and that. So again, here in the back, they got everything that's ever appeared on. And cultural status over the years. and commercials and advertisements, and all the Mad covers that I was in as well too. A lot of the collected books. I remember reading some of these when I was a kid for sure. And as I was reading the book, going through the individual strips in that, there were certainly ones I recognized over the years that were almost like, family familiar, like. Again, lots of cool stuff in here. I can remember from this, all this promotional merchandising stuff, having quite a bit of this stuff as a kid. I remember having the SPY vs. SPY board game as a kid. I remember getting that for Christmas one year. And I believe there was like a SPY vs. SPY card game, kind of like Uno as well too. But that might have been just Mad in general. So I remember that that SPY vs. SPY computer game and the NES game for sure as well there too. And again, all this merchandise. Again, I keep saying again, but again, this is some of lots of nostalgia going on here. Like you got like a Jim Lee interpretation of Spies as well too. I would say this is definitely for anybody that's a Mad magazine fan, or definitely a hardcore, not even definitely a hardcore, but someone who's enjoyed SPY vs. SPY over the years. Definitely something you could share with your family in that. And again, an interview with his granddaughter on the whole procedure and the project of putting this book together and that. Again, 50 years, so again, that just shows how old I'm getting in that and how long they've been around. So do check this out. It is the SPY vs. SPY Omnibus from Mad and DC. Antonio Proes. Do check it out. See you guys later for another review.